lives are inside me. Even when Fleck was standing behind me, made me think he had tased me. Not again, not another big man down. All your lives are inside me. They're when I needed, waiting patiently down these stairs. It won't kill me. With your help, nobody can drain me down. Nobody can drain me down. Nobody can drain me down. Put your hand around my heart, you squeezed and made it start. You really made it look so easy. You're what it's like to have a soul. All of you in my head kept me alive for a reason. Nobody can drain me down. Nobody can drain me down.
Hi, I'm Michael Everts, and this is Fit to be Read. Big Man Down is a self-published novella by one of my absolute favorite independent authors, Michael Schotter. Regular viewers of this channel will recognize that this is my second review of a Schotter novel, as I reviewed The Nemesis Effect last year. Big Man Down is a thought-provoking and a difficult-to-put-down book. Michael Schotter delivers a thrilling, fit-to-be-read page-turner. I will include a thumbnail and a link to my review of The Nemesis Effect at the end of this episode. I would first recommend this novel to book reviewers and booktubers who sometimes are reluctant to look at indie titles that are not a known commodity. Obviously, tastes are different and subjective, but the slam dunk with Michael Schotter is that it's clear from page one that you're reading a very solid and a very talented author. This book is also great for readers who like a fast read that never lets up holding your attention. Finally, I suggest the full Schotter catalog to those who like the concept of connected books that are not necessarily sequels, but rather exist in the same universe, and within each contains a piece of the puzzle that further fills in and broadens the interesting and mysterious world building. As with each review on this channel, the episode will begin with a spoiler-free review, character analysis, and some initial plot summary for those who've not yet read the book. Following that, I'll announce a 3 likes and 3 dislikes segment that will include spoilers for those who've read the novel and are cool with spoilers. I will do 3 of each rather than my traditional 5 and 5, as the novella is only about 100 pages. Also, if you like the original lyrics in the intro, keep coming back to the channel to see what's in store each week. Big Man Down follows main character Alan Wells, a big man. The reader will never fully discover what this common-sounding yet ambiguous reference to size and gender actually entails. It is clear that big men are a big deal. They are important, they are movers and shakers, they are likely wealthy, and they are the elite or among the elite in this somewhat recognizable world. The science fiction in the novel is heavy. There are allusions to advanced technology and perhaps elements of advances in artificial intelligence, but even that is purposely left unclear. When the reader first meets Alan Wells, the presentation is not of an infallible, suave, and powerful man. Wells is an imperfect mess, not dealing well with the loss of an important long-term companion. While the title and references to size in the book attribute gravitas to being one of great size, Alan has really let himself go both physically and emotionally. He's not just a big man, he has avoided healthy eating, exercise, and any real attempts to actively address the despair brought about by his loss. Events early in the story make this apathy abundantly clear to Alan, and he commits to finally making an effort and rejoining the world. Curiously enough, his re-entry includes his writing of a manifesto of sorts that includes much of his story and an explanation of who the big men are. Don't get too excited, we're not privy to the full content of this manifesto. Michael Schotter has a knack for writing worlds that can pass as legitimate and familiar to our own, while possessing an ambiguous quality that engages the reader strongly and never lets go. Alan Wells inhabits this not quite a replica of our own world, and to follow his journey is to also witness the slightly awkward world and the not exactly familiar society. Everyone in the book, save for the antagonist, has a habit of being extremely affable, polite, and pleasant. This is a trend that can be found in Schotter's other novellas as well. Wells, the hero of the story, is anything but a typical hero. Based on class and status, everything seems to line up, but at the onset of the story, Wells is a defeated man. His clothes are too tight on him, and he can't walk a few paces up a hill without losing his breath or legitimately fearing for a heart attack. Complicating matters, someone is out to get him and out to get other big men. How do you run from an attacker if you can't run? In the novel, Wells will head toward and away from danger. He will do so wearing freshly tailored suits and stunning and significant fancy shoes. Even as he has not yet regained his prior physical form, he can control his wardrobe, and his wardrobe is impeccable. The mystery element in the novel is not meant to blow you away. We know that big men are missing or being killed. We know that Wells needs to watch his butt and that someone is out to get him. You might even guess it early on in the novel. That will not dampen the reading experience. At its foundation, Big Men Down is a murder mystery and a thriller. The strength of the novel is not the suspense, unpredictability, or the twist. The strength of the book is Schotter's storytelling, his ability to pique your interest and manipulate your curiosity to uncover what is so unusual about this world. On paper, the society is not very different from our own, so why can't we put our finger on what is so off about each character's behavior, personality, and actions? The more one reads of Schotter's work, the more dazzling the literary accomplishment of his catalog is revealed. On its own, Big Man Down is an enjoyable and engaging, fit-to-be-read novel. Reading other stories in this brilliantly crafted and connected universe contributes more to the excitement and the appreciation. Now, I will contribute, including spoilers, my 3 likes and 3 dislikes for Big Man Down. Dislike number 1, I wasn't a fan of Fleck's motivation being revenge for his great uncle. That's too far to reach. I mean, how well did he know his great uncle? Dislike number 2, I could be convinced to accept and even appreciate the other deceased big men coming to Alan Wells' rescue on the stairs. Regardless of what I might be missing in understanding it, I don't love the mystical feel of that one particular moment. I'm on board with them residing inside of him. I just didn't love how it was presented that they seem to have physically appeared to him. Dislike number 3, I would have liked a little bit more world building. Tell me more about the Price Foundation. If not, then put me out into this world and let me see a little bit more about it. I got more of that in Schotter's The Nemesis Effect, and I would have really appreciated to see more of that here in Big Man Down. Like number 1, I like returning to the feeling in the Nemesis Effect novella where I knew that I was not aware of all the rules of this world or the reasons for certain seemingly strange behaviors and dialogue and pleasantries that felt just off enough to make it equal parts puzzling and equal parts intriguing. Like number 2, obviously the mystery around the world and what exactly the big men are is the real joy of the story. I find it to be a great tongue-in-cheek moment that Wells writes a manifesto or a memoir seemingly explaining it all, and we, the readers, we're not privy to any of it. Like number 3, it's a testament to the storytelling that despite knowing very early who the killer was and expecting Wells to be victorious in the end, I was still on the edge of my seat through every page. Pages I just could not stop turning. Thank you for watching. I'm Michael Evers. This is Fit to be Read. Watch one of these.